So we're back. Obviously, I'm going to do the deck profile that everyone wants to see first, the video that all of you came for. Because all of you need to start learning this deck for your next year of Dragon Empire and Dominance. Woo! Because clearly the problem is Dragon Empire and not Deep Lands, Minerva, Halulu, Youthberg, Prison, Lianon, whatever. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Resident4 here. Welcome back to the deck profile on Kai Toshiki Icon or Kai Icon Fighter, Kai Icon, Kai Breakaway start deck, Buchikiri start deck, Kagero. What's another name we can give this? I don't know. Kai is Crucified. Happy Good Friday, guys. Today we are back to do Overlord again, because every time they give this deck support, they just seem to break away literally and make this deck the forerunner of encounters for some silly reason. I don't know why or what's the obsession with it, but you know what? I'm fine. I'm very happy. Kai deserves to be the best in format again, and rightly so. Today we have Fate of 4th here to go through this deck.
Hello.
So, tell us about this build that you're gonna show us.
Okay, so the Kai Icon, the Kai Icon trial deck is very similar to the Estacion trial deck in that is very modular build. You have a core set of cards that you need to play, which we'll get to in the video later. But otherwise, the rest of the deck is completely flexible because the game plan is very Vanguard focused and it is very self-sufficient. So you can play a lot of sorts of decks, you can play a lot of sorts of things to counter the meta if you want to. You can play more aggressive, you can play more defensive, you can play focus on one boss unit, another boss unit. Because the main gimmick of the breakaway start decks this time is the idea of switching between two different boss units. And you can activate Persona, right? No matter what, going between them. So Tegra fans, your trademark is no longer valid, your copyright lasted 3 years. I'm very happy for you, but otherwise, speak to your lawyer soon.
So our version, this list we're showing, is going to be focusing on a mid-range build that you can build, focused around the one that burned Rotovisor into a crisp, aka Vortex Dragon or Wurbel Dragon. Is it Wurbel? But anyways, the more important thing is that this is meant to be sort of a mid-range in both deck and money. So I hate to disappoint everyone on Twitter who is watching and will clip this out of context. There is no Beligacro.
Yeah.
This list does not have Beligacro.
I cannot afford Beligacro.
I know someone will send me another death threat, but I'm here to let you know there is no Beligacro in this video. You don't really need a deck profile on how to use Beligacro. The card is brain dead. There's nothing to really present.
I mean, I'll explain why Beligacro is so good in this deck later, but otherwise, this will be a build that is not reliant on Beligacro because I cannot afford the card.
Yes.
And generally, I don't think you need it because this deck is so flexible and strong enough on its own. As a trial deck product, it's ridiculous, by the way, for $25 for 2,290 yen product. The fact that this
actually you can buy the paper deck 500 yen.
Yeah.
So for 500 yen, you can win a WGP.
I wouldn't go that far, but for 500 yen, this is pretty damn good.
I saw someone at the locals flip Lizard Soldier Conroe, and the guy conceded. If you do that for 9 rounds in a row, you can't just win the WGP.
That's true.
Yeah, Eugene has a new tag.
Just go first.
Just go first. Okay, but I think enough talking. Let's talk about the right deck. Yes. So our right deck is very graciously all foiled. I want to talk about the right deck. I'm very excited this right deck, as I did in the unboxing video. Link in the description. But yeah, I'm gonna cover this right deck, and then after that we will let Mr. Fate of 4th go through the rest of the deck, because the rest of the deck is where it gets boring and political. Okay, so our starter is Lizard Soldier Conroe. I said before, Conroe and Bar look a lot like V-Series arts, and I meant that in the best way possible. Just look how nice they are, man. Lizard Soldier Conroe is a starter that says if you go second, draw 1, the D-Series starter skill that everyone has, but don't let that fool you. He has a Damnum. Embodiment of Armor Bar, who clearly will have a receive upgrade with, Embodiment of Spear Tar for the Embodiment of Victory Airleaf in Fighters Collection 2026, but that's a leak, you didn't hear it from me, says that when this unit rides on top of a bar, you can...
when this rides on top of
Conroe, you can reveal a grade 3 in the right deck.
Just when placed on Mega Circle, but yeah.
Yeah, you can reveal a guy with the Kai icon. The Kai
grade
icon.
3, yeah.
So this is the Kai icon. For those who don't know, say hi, Kai. Yeah. That's a Kai icon. And then if you do, you can call this...
Yeah, you choose a Lizard Soldier Conroe
from your soul and call it the Rearguard Circle. Now, it can be anywhere you want, but the cool part is that you give it another skill, a red text, which says activated ability retire this unit, as in itself, search your deck for a grade 1 card and add it to the hand. And then his
reveal it and reveal it to your opponent area. Yeah.
the second skill is obviously in the back row, center column back row, which is that when your Vanguard stands by a card ability, you can stand this.
Stand it as well. Then if you did stand it, it goes to soul.
It moves to soul. End of the
turn, it goes to soul.
So that would seem really funny if this deck did play for Revoltis, but it doesn't. But that's fine. You could if you want, but you know, it's just an interaction.
I mean, there's a reason why they give the trial deck comes with another additional 2 copies, because it is a good skill.
It's heat shot wyvern.
Yeah.
Friend of the channel.
It is a good skill, but it's a bit limiting these days. That's why we are not gonna be spoiler alert. We're not gonna be playing more copies of Bar, because generally his Vanguard skill is all you need.
Yeah, and his Vanguard skill gives Conroe the skill to search any grade 1 in the whole deck. Which, let me remind you, the award-winning, Wyvern Guard Bari, the counter to Elfart, the Dragon Empire Rush, Isazal, Basagra Tech. I can keep going. So realistically, at this point, they just took the original DBTO2 skill from Bar, and then they stuck it back on Conroe, and then they went, alright, now you don't have to pay CB for Scarlet Flamme, which is really good. Considering that Kagero's strength in D has always been its grade 1 pool, and it's only gotten better, I think that's really insane of an upgrade to give. As someone who has been playing Dragonic Overlord DN in Standard for the last 3 years, in and out of locals and regionals, I can tell you, this is probably the best thing they could have done for us. Not best for the opponent, I think the opponents are going to cry, but that's just really that fun. But if you thought the right deck couldn't get better, they printed somehow a better Nahalem. And as I said about this Nahalem, he looks like the G Nahalem, right? Am I the only one who thinks that?
Yeah.
Because of the eyes?
Yeah, I guess so. But
it's the eyes, it's the eyes and the silhouette.
I mean, to me, definitely, it harkens a lot back to the very, very original art from Nahalem. Which is
the prototype art or the trial deck art?
I mean, trial deck art, yeah. I mean,
I don't
because
really see
he has
the
the,
art,
I mean, because he has the D. I mean, obviously he has the G era eyes.
Yeah.
And he also, but then which the original D art also did highlight is that they decided not to give him like the pupils.
The silhouette.
Yeah. But I think definitely this is definitely a good mesh between
all his forms.
Mesh between the one from G from the Legend deck as well as the one from D series and the original.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if I be very honest, I still prefer the original D art because I think that one is like actual like.
Oh, I mean,
crazy,
yeah.
Actually crazy. Like, oh, so good.
I mean, I like this one because of the colors.
Yeah.
The colors are a lot anime-like, just like Platina as well. So that's really why I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay.
We can debate about art.
You know what
we can't debate about? The card's broken.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
When placed on the Vanguard circle, look at the top 7 cards in your deck. Choose one from among them that's not a Sentinel and a
Kai icon.
A Kai icon that's not a Sentinel.
Yes.
Right? And add it to your hand.
Yeah.
If this card was placed
from hand,
it gets another 5,000 power.
Yeah, so that means
means you are manually riding a Nahalem from hand, which by the way you could, but I wouldn't do that if I were you. But then again, even if you ignore that, that's a top 7 at 1 for virtually the whole deck.
So mostly the whole.
Right? Because Bar searches any grade 1. So you can just prioritize the non-Kai-Con stuff like your Scarlet Flamme, your Perfect Guards, your Baris, your Sanctitudes. This can just get you all the in-archetype.
Yeah.
So we cover both grounds.
Yes.
So congratulations, we won. But it's not over yet. In the drop zone, when your grade 3 or greater Vanguard is placed on the Vanguard circle with the Kai icon, from the drop zone, his ability triggers, and that is you can do one of 2 effects.
Yeah.
The first effect is if you don't already control a Dragon Knight Nahalem on your Vanguard circle, you can call this guy from drop to the Vanguard circle.
Yeah.
And if you do, he gets another 5,000 power and he gives your Vanguard 5,000 power
so
as
it's
well.
basically the same as the DBTO2.
It's a one-time usage of the DBTO2 skill.
Yeah.
The second skill that you can do as well, by the way, is you can just bind this unit from your drop zone, and if you do choose your Vanguard, one of his auto skills gets CB -1.
Yeah.
Right? CB
-1, yes.
CB
you reduce the
CB
CB cost by
-1
the next time they use it.
Let me be very clear when I mean this. 1, you can use more than 1 Nahalem in the same turn. As in, you can just, if you have 2 Nahalem in the drop zone, both trigger when you ride Vanguard, right? You bind the first guy, minus the cost, call the second guy. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
So Yeah, free guy. Free guy, by the way. Free power, free guy, and now you get to reduce the cost. And by reducing the cost, you don't even need to play a counter charger. You don't need to play a counter charger. You have 4 copies of this piece of shit. Either he dies or you die.
You the opponent's dying.
The opponent's dying. Yeah, spoilers. Because everyone goes, guys, Kai Icon is a terrorist deck. Yeah, this is why. This is
We
it.
can't put that on YouTube.
I can. This is it.
We can't put
I can.
that on YouTube.
I'm allowed to. If this is my last video, let me tell you, this is what you should be afraid of, not Beligacro.
We're getting demonetized.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. The people need to hear this, Piccolo. The people need to hear this. But it's not over yet. このすべての焼き崩れ、目視のこの炎、Dragonic Overlord, the crucifixion? I don't know why. Akira Ito Sensei.
He got too much into the Yoko Taro Evangelion spice, bro.
Something tells me he watched the Ultimate Tiga movie and drew this. And I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, he went on the Evangelion beach, bro.
You know what? That's fine. Do you see that Asuka is the canon shit?
There's no.
What do you think about that?
I still like Mari.
It's alright, it's fine. I prefer Misato. Anyways, when you do a ride of a grade 3 Vanguard with a Kai icon on top of another grade 3 Kai icon guy that's not the same name, it's considered as Persona Ride.
Yeah.
This is the same skill that's shared with Vortex Dragon, so you can just force Persona Ride in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, which means you basically can just Persona Ride every turn.
Yeah, basically, so you basically and for Overlord, it means
Everything.
It means more than the fact that you can personalize every turn, right? It's not just because of this. Also, if you've seen our previous Overlord videos, you will understand. But yeah, this deck will be personal riding every single turn, no matter what.
We will allude to it later, but you should know that there is a very good manga called Skyride. You should read it. We strongly recommend it. We'll link the previous Overlord video. That being said, though, we're not done yet. His rearguard skill, because yes, he does a rearguard skill for some reason. At the end of the battle, this unit attacks a rearguard, EB3 and stand himself.
Yes.
So
I mean, it's to harken back to the
it's the original 2011, right? So you can use the skill of the rearguard, swing, stand. You can't stand again because it's once per turn.
So you just swing the back out.
Yeah, but it's alright.
So it's essentially just the Hard Lulu Coastal Shark in modern terms. But it is a nice harkening back to the original Overlord skill.
I feel mentally sickened that the point of comparison is Hard Lulu Coastal Shark and not Dragonic Descendant Sigma.
You don't. I don't want to do him dirty like that, bro. Like
yeah, that's true. I don't want to do him dirty. I don't want to do him dirty.
And
then of course the second skill, which is the famous skill. At the end of battle, this unit attacks, so Vanguard Counterblast 1 and stand this unit, and he gets drive -1. If you Persona Road this turn, choose a card from your hand and move it to the soul, and this unit gets drive +1, and all units in your front row get 5. So that seems pretty bad on paper, but then if you think about it, it's virtually a free reset.
It's Vanguard Dragons is actually unemployed.
Yeah, not only that,
Vanguard
the
is
fact
actually
that it's drive -1, and then if you Persona Ride, which you will by the way, then becomes drive +1, it means you didn't lose the drive. And let me also say, you didn't even need to discard.
Yeah.
Overlords are known for discarding. This guy doesn't need to discard.
Yeah.
Why?
Uh.
Cause he's here.
Free soul.
Cause he's here.
Free soul.
He's in the soul.
Yeah. Free soul.
Yeah. So generally broken card, generally insane card. I do want to say this because I said this in the unboxing video. There's no way you don't see the reference, right? There's no way I'm the only one who sees this reference, right? There's no way. Come on. Standing Overlord Rearguard, standing Overlord Vanguard, drawn in a manga style by the same guy. Come on. Come on. I can't be the only one who... It all comes back to this. It all comes back to this.
Yeah. So Overlord, like as a Vanguard, is relatively really quite strong. But for this deck profile, we won't be focusing on Overlord himself very deeply
Because in our grade 3s, we play 2 Dragonic Overlord with 1 in the right deck. It's the same name, by the way, as the 2021 one, so you can't play both together. So good job, Estacion. Good job, Kachidoki. And then 4 copies of Whirlbell Dragon. Whirlbell Dragon. Yeah, so take it away. I don't want to use it anymore.
Oh, okay. So Vortex Dragon is obviously very 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 iconic card if you watch the anime, and may not.
By iconic, you mean he fried Kamui for 1.
He fried Kamui for 2 fights,
and then never came back again.
No. I mean, you got to give Ember Dragons a chance.
Yeah, that's true.
So Vortex Dragon, I think they could not have picked a better second Vanguard, honestly, because I think I really didn't want to see Alif again. I think after Shadowverse Evolve, I just didn't want to see Alif again.
You know, I can think of a better boss.
I really don't. I know. I don't want to see Blazing Flare. Please, no. I do not want to see Blazing
Why
Flare.
did you do Garnet Dragon Flash?
This is my deck, okay.
No,
I
so
don't want to see
no,
Blazing
no,
Flare.
no.
Okay, so
This is the Nintendo DivineZ too,
I
lah.
am very happy that Vortex Dragon is back. Number one, because Rebel Dragon already hinted that Descendant.
Yeah, true.
And then now we have the real Vortex Dragon. Then also because Vortex Dragon knew the Legion from
Vortex Dragon New.
yeah, the Legion is my favorite. It's like one of my favorite Kagero cards of all time. So the fact that Vortex Dragon, even though it's like not Vortex Dragon new, like just Vortex Dragon himself being back is really good. But
Yes.
I mean, the
Not,
skill.
not good for the opponent though.
Yeah. So we'll get into that. So we'll just go in reverse. So so we'll do the Persona Right skill first. So he has the exact same skill that the new Overlord has, which is that if you write a different Kai icon on top of him, he will also count as Persona Right. So you can just Persona Right every turn. It's very easy. It's like life is good, man. Life is good. And he has an ability that I don't know why they keep giving grade 3s this now. I guess they were very scared that like people were like breaking with Gabelius or something, that when in hand, when you guard with this card, when you put this card into the Guardian Circle,
When this card is put in the Guardian Circle, it gets shield. It's a shield plus 10.
When this card is put into the Guardian Circle, he gets 10k shield, like,
And it's a continuous, so it's not on place.
yeah. So your any like auto ability cancelling units, haha Mr. Reminder Chrono, haha Mr. Galatine.
Goodbye, get.
Have no effect on you because it's a continuous skill that he gets 10k shield. So long as you're blocking a Kai icons, which means that it works to the whole right line. Welcome back, Mr. Shadow Kaiser. Welcome back, Mr. Shadow Kaiser. And then after that, he also gets the ability that actually no, okay, it's just that dive. Okay, so it's rearguard and Vanguard Circle is that when he attacks a
continuous. It's during your turn. If you have retired 2 or more of your opponent's rear
either
guards.
you have retired 2 of your opponent's rear guard. Actually, no,
correct.
yeah, it's
Retired 2 or more
but
rear
your
guards.
opponent needs to be great triggers. So if you have retired 2 or more of your opponent's rear guards, or your Vanguard has
attack 2 or more
twice,
times this turn.
then this unit gets 10k.
So if you're wondering, why does that sound really weirdly phrased? The 2 or more retire counts for Vortex Dragon, who, spoilers, get to burn entire front row, and Overlord restands and attacks.
Yes.
Right? So the joke is that whoever you're on, Vortex Dragon is a 23k beater.
Yeah, which is the reason why they reprinted Formula on is that if you
Yeah.
couldn't. Yeah.
Because I won't stop. I know the reference.
Yeah.
But
So Vortex Dragon obviously has his Burning Hell effect, which is the most famous effect of early, like, I think, like...
you can't say that in the video. We're going to get demonetized. In English, it's called Cataclysm Breath. What the hell is hell? He double
Okay,
hockey
so his
sticks.
burning Hell Apocalypse effect is that when he with his act ability, where you will Color Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1, Kagero 1, grade 3 Kai icon from your soul.
Which counts itself, by the way.
Yeah, you can Soul Blast either him or you can Soul Blast Overlord for now.
Until they release Alif in,
Yeah, for now. Then you choose. No, you retire your opponent's entire front row. Welcome back, Basagra, in the year of our Lord 2026.
Brawlers?
Basagra is back.
Can I have
And
Brawlers?
he gains one more effect until the end of the turn, which is that when he attacks, you may choose a column and stand all units in that column. Stand all units in that column, and then every unit in that column gets +5. So welcome back, VMS Bruce. I don't know why they decided to put Bruce in my Kagero deck, but okay.
Your Kagero deck? Your Kagero deck? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Your Kagero deck, really?
Yeah, I also don't know why they decided to put VMS.
You know, I had multiple people telling me Vanguard is so creatively bankrupt that Kai and Aichi play the same. Let me remind you, this wins games, this doesn't.
Hey, you get another +5k.
Who gives a shit? I can just burn off 2 rear guards.
And if you Persona Road, you get to stand 2 columns instead of 1. So essentially it is
You always Persona right. So like
so for the first time without double Vanguard restand, Kagero can actually do 5 attacks. It's a reliable 5 attacks.
5 tech slot.
Yeah, it's 5
But
attacks.
not triple drive lah.
Yeah,
the triple
no-
drive
no-
is the other
no-
guy.
no triple drive.
The triple drive is the other guy.
So either you do more drives or you do more attacks. And the fact that you have 5 attacks that doesn't need, like double Vanguard restand, like V series always imprinted into Kagero players, and the only way they get 5 attacks is the Vanguard restand 3 times.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty good. They're just a very fair, very strong
You cannot call this fair.
+5k to the whole field.
You can't call this fair.
Every tire too. It's just great.
You
Man.
can't call
It's great.
This.
It's
You
great.
can't call this
It's
fair.
very fair and it's very great.
If this is fair, Eva is a budget deck. Okay? moving on to our grade 2s. Our grade 2s, we have the return of Dragon Knight Nehalem, who we already just covered just now. Again, please go back and watch that segment if you missed it, because Nehalem is actually just that good of a card. So, yeah. We have 1 Twinkas, 3 copies of Nehalem in the main deck, which we did tell you just now. 3 copies of Beligacro, friend of the channel. 2 copies of Wyvern Strike Tejas. And then 4 copies of Berserk Dragon.
Berserk Dragon. Yeah.
So I'll cover the ones you already did, or you should know. We talked enough about this guy.
You should play 4 now. I think no matter which build of this deck, you should just play 4 now.
Minimum 3, max 4. But it should be 4.
Yeah, so we have Wyvern Strike, Tejas.
Wait. We should cover the ones we haven't talked. We have talked.
Do Beligacro.
Beligacro, friend of the channel. You see him in Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion, you see him in Brawlers, you see him in everything at this point.
The end.
So he gets his effects if your guy comes from 1 clan and 1 nation, which, you know, that's the entire Kagero. When placed on the Vanguard circle, EB3, put 1 card from hand to the soul, draw 2, and every time your Vanguard attack, it gets 5. This counts for Brawlers. If you have 2 Vanguards, it's 2 swings. And obviously, Overlord is a multi-attacking Vanguard. If you were not alive in 2011, frankly, you should just rewatch the remaster coming out next week. Yay!
I mean, you just need... The reason why you play Beligacro is, number 1, is that you know, if you're already an enfranchised Overlord player, you probably already own this guy. But if you...
Are you assuming their socio-economic status?
No, I mean, guys, you've had 2 years to buy this card. Like, guys,
don't
guys.
Okay,
guys.
no, okay, but seriously, you should buy. If there's one staple you can buy over Beligacro, it should be this.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of expensive now, so I mean...
It's not 9,000 yen.
Yeah, that's true. It's a lesser of 2 evils,
Yeah.
which I would say... And also because then you can basically build the rest of the Encounter Dragon Empire decks.
You don't want to build Brawlers. You don't want to build Vermilion.
You can build Vermilion.
You don't want to build Vermilion.
Okay.
Anyways, cool guy. Do pick him up. You can play 3 or 4. We are playing 3 because we want to fit a lot of other fun stuff.
Because we want to play Tejas.
For example, Twinkas.
Okay.
Twinkas is just a fun defense card. I know this is the Aichi we get this piece, but we are also playing it here as well. Because
genuinely, like, I don't really think you need to play Formula. I
you
know,
don't need Formula.
I know why they printed Formula again, but like you really don't need to play Formula. So, okay.
Yeah. So just take Twinkas, or frankly any other Regalis piece you can play as well. If you want to play Burning Soul, Primordial Heartblaze, you can. But
why?
Yeah, but why? So you can just play Twinkas. But this is not bad.
But why?
Why not have 1 persona? You have 8 persona, have a 9th. Have a 9th.
Why?
Okay, we'll talk about this then.
Okay.
Because Tejas then links us to Isazao.
Okay, so we have Mr. Berserk Dragon. So he has made his return at long last after being cut from the deck for Brachial Force for the last 3 years.
Actually, he was cut immediately.
4 years. So after many months of unemployment, he...
No, but now Brachial Force is a long-time member of Youth Book.
Yes.
Youth Book.
So Berserk Dragon now actually finally has an actual good skill now. Thank God. So its effect is that when placed on Vanguard or Vanguard Circle, you know, the Vanguard effects are questionable, but okay, sure. Alternate rights are pretty fun. You may either pay your Vanguard needs to be a card icon.
Yes.
And then you may either pay his cost using a Counter Blast or Soul Blast 2 to do one of the following. And if your opponent is grade 3 or greater, then he automatically gains +5 on place.
Yes.
Yeah, so that means that...
On VOR, by the way.
Yeah, on VOR. And so, the first of his 2 effects is that you may just draw 1. So, you know...
Vipatsuka! Woo!
His second effect is that you choose one of your opponent's rear guards every time read.
Blaster Blade!
Yeah, so literally, just anything, you know, Go All Days or Berserk Dragon CP2 Slide 1. It's like, yeah.
Wait, isn't it just V Berserk?
Yeah. Except, you know, now you have to choose between the draw and the retire.
Yeah, but that's what you do.
Yeah.
Tell him the better skill.
So continuous, if your Vanguard is a card icon, as you know he is, he gains your Vanguard needs to be a card icon grade 3, then he gets +5. Continuous.
Yes.
And if your opponent is grade 3, then he gets another 5. So I've said he has gained 5k 3 times for this one card. So ultimately, you know, I think you can see why, you know, this deck is so ridiculous, because you literally have 25k bid stake for doing nothing.
Yeah.
You don't need to do so plus 2 is not a cost.
I'd like you to know that Gordon needs to pay CB1 for +10.
Yeah. And he only gets a draw when he call for Alfred.
With a Aichi icon, you cannot call it with Skyride Alfred.
I'm sorry, buddy. You don't get your Color Blast discount.
I already have it in 0.
So Berserk's pretty good. I think Berserk is honestly really like the backbone for the card icon.
But definitely the sustain is
But I
here.
know some people that say that it's kind of whack because he really is just Berserk from 2018 from V series, except he has a extra +5 no. So okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I would still say he's very important, but it's kind of debatable. You know what? It's not debatable.
Tejas!
The destroyer of all starters. Wyvern Strike Tejas. So Tejas, if you're a Vanguard Zero fan, God bless.
God bless.
Your starters will not survive. Do not call your starters to the left or right circles. So
do not.
Wyvern Strike Tejas effect is Vanguard Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard is a card icon, he gets +5k power and 5k shield.
Yes, for free.
And if he attacks a rear guard, he attacks all units in that column at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, so if he attacks a front rear guard, he can just... So your opponent leaves out like their Yu Mashad and then their Yu Mashad and then maybe like just another grade 1 booster, maybe their Gojo. Next time you leave their Gojo behind the Yu Mashad. It's gone. You can just delete it, it's just gone.
So basically, if you're fighting an opponent's column, right, you can just attack 2 of them at the same time. However, this does not work if it's battling an opponent's Vanguard, right? So you cannot destroy the plus token. If you're attacking opponent's Vanguard, right, you can still swing the opponent's Vanguard, it's fine, but you can't get a rear guard in that battle. So it's not the same as Leonard,
yes,
but it is still pretty good considering it's free.
Yes.
So why are we playing at 2?
Because so the initial build of this deck I didn't even play him at all because I thought it's kind of a win more card to just nuke out rears and be a 10k shield, but the more I thought about it, especially in consideration to another card that we're going to be showing later, I think having an unconditional 15k attacker 10k shield on the regular circle, even in the day of age, we have things like Kome, things like what's his name? Rokuse, that nuke intercept, or you have Basagra, which is like he's not even gonna get the intercept, but he's still good. He's still good. I think just the fact that you can get 15k on turn 2 for both him and Beligacro, I think is just ridiculous.
Which is why the grade 2 gamer of this deck is insane.
Yeah, and he doesn't stop at just being 15, as we'll show in the grade 1 section.
Yes, so for our grade 1s, we have the return of the Embodiment of Armor Bar in the right deck. This is the 1 copy of Bar we are playing, so just remember him. We're not playing any copies of Bar in the main deck because we have 4 copies of Wyvern Strike Jara, who is Isazao in the flesh. Yeah. 1 copy of Scarlet Flamme. Yes, we're actually doing 1. 4 copies of Dragonmon Gojo. Basagra mains, rise up. Oh, me thinks you should discard more. Yes, me also thinks that. 3 Bari, a friend of the channel, Bari. 1 Sanctitude. Good night, Alphard. And 3 Shenri. Cause Dragon Empire Power! Woo! Okay, but seriously, this is a very easy thing to cut through. Obviously, play 4 Bari if you can, or if not 3 Bari and a Sanctitude. Sanctitude is here to stop Alphard. That's the whole joke. Just stop Alphard. Bari obviously is a Kai icon and he came with your deck, so just play it. Like, come on, do you not like this art? I love this art. I love this man. Look at him. He's just there. He's just there. What a cool guy. Then we move on to Bar. Bar already talked about before, so yeah, nothing else to really say about him. You can play more copies of him in the main deck if you don't have anything else to play. But I would recommend you to just play.
And believe me, you have plenty of good grade 1s.
You have enough good grade 1s in Dragon Empire alone to sponsor a whole Sanctuary Guard deck. We do Gojo. Gojo is the generic cycler from DZ. Not DZ. From this deck. I was gonna say DZ VT12 because no, that's Beligacro. This guy. Actually, no. You want to cover with this guy later, right? Called Beligacro.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do the people that we definitely know. Shenri, when you play in order.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo.
Or your opponent has 1 or less rear guard, which is very easy for this deck because this might be the second coming of Gandiva.
Burning Hell! Whoa!
With the amount of retire that this deck has, this might actually be the second coming of Gandiva.
Yeah. So basically, free plus 5k booster, and then you draw 1 and move it to soul.
Yeah. This deck also needs soul.
The deck does need soul, so it and Beligacro do help with a 3-3 ratio. But you can choose not to play it lah. But this one is cool because I thought all you Dragon Empire players love dumb ass play all my generics and aggro hee haha. So yeah, you will appreciate this. Speaking of generics, we'll come to Gojo later. Scarlet Flamme. If you've not watched our previous video on Overlord, links description, you will know why this card is broken. In fact, I'm gonna go as far as to say, just watch the previous video links in the description. I'm not going to describe this card. You will play this at minimum of 1 to 2 because you do actually need it for its tempo effect on turns 2 and 3 if you want. Or if not, you can use it to double the Persona right on a Dragonic Overlord. Yes. I know what a lot of you are thinking, but Amis, don't you not have DN? I don't care. If you Persona right another Dragonic Overlord and then trigger this is a double Persona right. And then you attack. And then you move a card to soul and the front row gets 5. Good luck. Really good luck. So frankly, there is no real reason to not play Scarlet Flamme. I don't understand why some people even say you don't need Scarlet Flamme. Is that
no? Because it's because it's expensive.
Yeah.
So I mean, so if you're not already in franchise, then I think it might not be worth it for you to buy.
But then again, this
is
a very high candidate for reprint in festival.
So I won't
either this or the next festival.
I won't cross my fingers.
Either this or next festival.
I won't cross my fingers. So if you
can afford it, you should afford it. Okay.
You just need.
This is the strongest Kai card.
I mean, there's a reason why they give Bar the effect to still
search any grade 1.
They still give Conroe the effect to search for it because you can
search this, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a very important find if you don't need a perfect guard for that matchup. That means you have to know the matchup to know that you don't need the perfect guard.
But minimally you play 1 to 2.
Yeah.
I don't think you should play 4. I think 4 is a bit excessive for the hand clock.
I mean, it's still a very strong cycle.
Especially because,
Yeah, it is still an extremely strong cycle, but
don't need so
I think
many.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But whatever it is, this card must be in the deck. One amount doesn't matter, it needs to be in the deck.
Okay.
Genuinely. And now I'm gonna attempt to not give myself high blood pressure when I talk about this one. Jaran. Wyvern Strike Jaran is a cult classic from TDO2.
Yes.
For those who remember TDO2. When placed on the rearguard circle, counterblast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card without Sentinel that's a Kai icon and add it to your hand.
If you can't add to your hand, yes.
If you add your hand, yeah. If you can't add, you counter charge 1. If that sounds like Isazao, it is better Isazao. You have Isazao, and Isazao doesn't have Isazao. Let that sink in. The Shoujo player still does not have his double red that doesn't counter charge, and they gave you 4 for 30 yen. Why? I don't know. But the second skill is the more deadly skill, which is when this unit boosts a Wyvern Strike Tejas, the guy we talked about just now, the booster unit receives an additional 5,000 power. So if you paid attention, this is a 13k booster, and this is a
15k like
yeah, that's 28.
On turn 2.
On turn 2. There was no check for the grade. It just checked each other. You wanna know the best part? This can search this. Because it's a Kai icon. Let that sink in. Isazao, counterblast 1 top 5 at Folktale, call Folktale, that's an 18k column. That's 28. What do you pay for that? What do you wake up and ask yourself, are there people doing less than me in life? Are there less fortunate people? The answer is yes. Eugene was dead. Now the Balsaga player can talk about last card. I'm going home. I'm gonna cry.
Okay, so Dragon Ball Gojo, is a very iconic card for Kai. I think ever for like.
What about Ermo?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought Ermo was gonna be this deck, but then they decided to reprint this bum again.
Yeah.
But Dragon Ball Gojo, I think it's gonna be the next line of like, is this card too broken? Does this card need to be banned?
Is Beligacro the end of life?
Because his skill is that when this guy is discarded during your right phase, you may choose one of the following effects. You may choose to call him to Rearguard Circle as rest for free. For completely free, you can just call him to Rearguard Circle, like when you discard him for the right phase. And he has other cost, which is that you may Soul Blast 1 to call him as 10 instead. So for Soul Blast 1, your right deck cost is free. If that sounds familiar, that's because it is. But the second ability is when placed on Rearguard Circle, draw 1. You may choose to draw 1. And if you do, you choose 1 card from hand to discard. So that's the classic Gojo effect, but in case you have forgotten, there are effects that trigger when you discard a card in the right phase. And Koga Flan is not the only one, but I mean that's probably the reason why they reprinted Koga Flan anyways in the trial deck.
So where is Spiral Cutie?
I'm sorry, Lian. I'm sorry, Lian. I mean, you guys are Xiao Gaon.
I'm not Luan.
You guys are Xiao Gaon.
I'm not the best Luan.
Okay,
but this is the big linchpin of this deck. This is the big, is Beligacro gone too far? Because Beligacro's skill, as we did in the the Gargrex video, when he's discarded in the right phase, he can call himself back from the drop zone, right? So the idea is that you use him discard as many copies of him as you want, and then you just swap to Beligacro discards after that, and you have like a full board from the cards you discarded.
And you draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
And you draw X number of cards of X number of Gojo that
Yeah, so if you know what Tearlament, this is just Tearlament. But I like to reassure you that it's not that bad. Sure, Gojo is definitely still played for. That's a confirm. But I'm not convinced of Beligacro so far, for one simple reason. If you don't open him on turns 1, 2, and 3, on turn 4, he's kind of just doing nothing. He's just a 10k shield.
Yeah, I mean,
and like you don't need
10k
more.
booster also.
Yeah, but like, come on, you don't need more 10k shield in this deck, do you?
You do. I mean, genuinely, if you already own Beligacro, there's literally no reason to not play it, because this combo is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
It's actually
but
ridiculous.
That's if you open it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you probably will open it because you just play Beligacro instead of Belicostly.
Yeah, but
so,
you know, I guess it really is up to you, depends on what you want to do. I prefer Belicostly because he's a bit more stable, a bit more safe, and he's good at most points of the game.
Yeah,
whereas Beligacro kind of hyper forces you to early mulligan him out.
Which is fine. Because this deck has Jaran. So technically your mulligan, and also it has the Harlem Search. So
it's not that
this deck is very flexible in terms of mulligan. You can search for tier 11 combo and then just kill your opponent because you have 5 rear guards and the guy has 1.
Yeah, so I don't know whether they're gonna choice restrict Beligacro and Gojo, to be honest.
Time will tell.
But I don't know.
Many have asked this question.
I too asked this question. I didn't want to have this in the video, but like honestly, like,
it needs to be said because that is definitely, because the problem is that this deck is going to be very influential. You will fight this deck a lot.
You will fight.
So you need to. So I think it's good for people to know that this combo exists and it will be done on you, and you will think like, why does my opponent have 5 rear guards when I'm grade 0?
I mean, it's been week 2, and I've already fought that combo 3 times already at shops. So like I know people are already doing it for a fact. I don't like it though. I don't like it. I hope they do something.
Yes.
If Shadowverse Worlds Beyond can ban Odin in 4 hours, they surely Bushido can do something for me, right? Come on.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. So let's end it on a more positive note. Conroe.
Yeah.
It's Conroe. You have to play Conroe. You don't get to opt out of Conroe because he's tied to the skill. Yeah. And then the rest of the triggers are as follows.
We have 2 of the restand heal because that's
the mirror.
That's the flavor of the beta right now. It's either you fight the mirror or you fight Vajilua, Hatluru, Minerva.
Minerva doesn't resend, except the one.
Yeah, so the only deck this doesn't counter is Mr. Deep Lance. So if you fight Deep Lance,
you're dead.
Good luck. Then we have Mr. Two Dragonman. Miss Dragonman Genjo.
Yes, friend and channel.
Genjo, it's really cool that they brought back the actual like Kagero triggers. I am very happy. But it's too bad I cannot play my Dragon Partner Monica because can't play vanilla draws in the year.
But you know what you can play? You can play Effect Front.
So we have 3 Effect Front and then 1 Mr. Humble Dravella.
Humble.
Yeah, he's very humble. But the reason why we're playing, even though I said this deck needs soul, you might need too much. The soul front might give you too much soul, and Flare Veil is the same reason why we said don't play Monica, is because the deck will deck out if you play draws.
Yeah, the deck actually draws too much.
So I think initially we were thinking that this deck actually needs to play draws, but the more we played, the more we realized that you just win on turn 4. Yeah. So you just don't need draws.
So you just aim for a bigger win now.
Yeah, and I mean 20k shield on top of the Tejas that you have as 10k shield.
It's unbreakable defense. I should also mention, because we are playing that, you can actually tag in a copy of Defending Roar.
Yes.
But that is up to you.
Yes, and then I think because it's the standard dilemma of like, do you play Sanctitude together with Defensive Roar? I think for now Sanctitude is more important because you don't want to end with that brick scenario where you have both Defensive Roar and Sanctitude in your hand.
And do you want to lose to Elfart?
Yeah, no. That's so embarrassing.
Exactly. So our crits, 8 crits, because it's a Kagero deck basics. Raksasha.
Yeah.
But you may know him as a Vanguard guy. And then 4 Tar.
Yeah.
Embodiment of Spear Tar. Tar's my favorite crit. I just need you to know that. It's my favorite crit. So I'm very prepared for Fighters Collection. Festival Booster 2026 when they do Embodiment of Victory Alley. I'm hyper prepared.
So I think generally, like, I think the same reason for every say in every single Overlord deck, there is literally no point to play Blazing Flail. Not Blazing Flail. The Burning Flail, yeah.
Burning Flail.
Because the more magic number you can put out early, the faster this deck wins. So you just play the 5k trigger. The only exception is obviously the effect Q this time because
To fight the mirror.
we are in a very complicated environment that I have to tell you to actually play the withstand Q.
It's just for the mirror.
Yeah.
It's just for the mirror. It's not that deep. It's just for the mirror. Even deep lands will not use you this. Alright, and I think that wraps it up at the 40-minute mark on.
Yeah, this is honestly this is the longest deck profile we've done for Overlord in a very long time because the whole deck is new. They've actually
The whole deck is new and good.
Yeah.
It is meta. But, you know, don't be fooled by the price point of 500 yen for the paper deck, which I know a lot of people will buy, which is fair because you're either a nostalgic fan of Kai or you're a meta whore for Kai or you are a big fan of Overlord. Most people will buy this deck. Most people in your neighborhood will buy this deck. Be aware. But there is quite a fair bit of price points you do need to take note of, as you mentioned. First is Beligacro.
Yeah.
Second is Beligacro. And third and lastly but not
Scarlet
least
Flamme.
is Scarlet Flamme. You need 2 of, or if not all 3 of them.
Yeah, this is definitely the most.
This is definitely the most important. Yeah.
This guy like if you don't have him, just play more Tejas. Like it's honestly okay.
But there is a little bit of a price barrier to entry for this deck. That being said, if you pay that price, welcome back to 2012 Dragonic Overlord the end meta. It genuinely feels that way. I don't know how we're stopping this, very frankly.
I don't want to spoil it, but just know that the price point to upgrade this deck is still less than the price point to upgrade the IG Trial deck.
Dude, don't, come on. I need to film that video and you're making it impossible for me to say, oh, actually the deck is fine with Cancel. You're killing me, man.
You want to buy 4 Cocoa?
Please go to hell, Selgang. Please go to hell. But yeah, anyways, really, it is a good deck. Even if you play the pure paper version at 500 yen out of the box, like, realistically, it is still a good deck. It's already better than Eugene. It's already better than Eugene, okay? So, no matter what, you should pick it up if you are a fan of Overlord, a fan of Kai, or a fan of Dragon Empire, which I know will rub people the wrong way because most of you just seem to hate Dragon Empire. That being said, if you want a competitive deck this format, this is definitely something for you to consider or
for now.
or learn how to fight against.
Yes.
There's only 2 routes to this, right? So, yeah. Why is it so good? Because it just gets tons of free numbers and tons of free aggro and tons of free snipe. Why, I don't know. Considering what they're gonna do next time, you know, where they tell me, oh, you have to play Energy Blast 3, then you can snipe a guy. But, you know what, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they'll ban Beligacro and Gojo. We only time will tell. Only time will tell. Yeah. Anything you want to end off for this one?
I mean, I'm very happy now. I'm not gonna lie. I was losing hope for Overlord for so long.
Yeah.
And they actually gave me like almost everything. They literally they checkbox everything in this deck. It's crazy.
Including a placement in the game?
I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice that, huh? How did that get in there? Oh well. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
goodbye.
I may or may not do the IG video at this point now.
You wanna buy 4 Cocoa? You wanna buy 4
No,
Nebula Light Solder? You
no,
wanna buy
no,
4
no,
Gas
shut
You
up,
wanna
shut
buy
up,
4
shut up,
Cell
shut
You
up,
wanna
shut
buy...
up, shut up.